Hi there. This video really carries straight on from the video with region statistics, where I was calculating region statistics using cell values from this SRTM GeoTiff that I've got loaded here in MapInfo. So on the left there is our Orbis product in the grayscale map service template. So what I wanted to show you was the raster calculator. This often it sort of sounds complicated doing this grid calc stuff, this raster calculator work, but actually it's quite straightforward. I'm just going to show you a relatively simple calculation, a condition in the raster calculator, and you can just see what it does and then how you could sort of move forward yourself with your own sort of R&D and messing about with values and expressions, functions, etc. But I can show you how to get started and what it actually does. So it's the same data I've got here before. I've got these cell statistics here that I've aggregated up into these polygons. But what I'd like to do is pick out from this whole SRTM, based on these cell values that I've picked out, this sort of metadata. I want to pick out all the data that's between 770 unit value and the 1015. So I'm going for the whole minimum range of cell values. So I'm only interested in cell values from this whole SRTM that fall within that range. So I effectively want to make a sort of custom map, custom raster, based on just those cell values, hence the calculator. So you go to raster operations, and you'll see calculator. Okay, so I'm going to perform a mathematical operation on this. So what I want to do then is it's a range. So it falls within 1015 and 770. So under expression, you'll see keep between two variables. So I want to keep only the data, only the cells that lie within two variables. So I'll just click on that, and you can see it's published the condition statement there. So you can see the exclamation mark there. It's saying, well, what are these variables? I can call the variables anything I like. I'm just going to leave them at that. But my lower one is going to be the 770, and variable 2 is the 1015. Simple as that. So now the exclamation mark's gone, the variable's complete, the condition is complete. If I do validate, it says no errors found, and I can set my usual output settings here, whatever I want, compression, name of file, etc. Note the input, of course, is this single raster. You would be using, of course, your all these expressions and operators, etc. functions. They can apply to multiple rasters. So I'm just using this single input. That's all I want to compute. So I hit compute. Off it goes in the calculator. This is 64-bit multitasking. So if I go to map, I can still do stuff. MapInfo still working. It's running in the background, and now it's saying it's completed. And you see how it's added it to the map. I'll just close all this on the right hand side there just to clear the decks a bit. So you see I've got this extra raster layer. If I turn off my main SRTM that I did the computation on, you'll see now how I've just kept just that band of values from 770 meters to 1015 or whatever unit cell values you're working on. It's just raster data. So so you can see these polygons there. That's what I used to sort of derive this data. And I've got my new raster map, which is just this. You can see how it's just clipped to that. That's all it is. And it shows up pretty nicely on the Orbis grayscale map. And so that raster now contains only those values that fall within. And if I go to raster, I do just status bar and click on cell value and sort of go in anywhere. I click on here, let's say in the cell value it says 853 down there in the bottom right, you see 853, and that's 972, so it's all falling in with the range. All the other values have been dropped, so there's no values here. The raster's gone. It's effectively being sort of clipped to those values. One of the things that within the calculator as well for sort of use later on is you can load and save. So I could load a previous condition, press open, and there it is, all populated. So you can load and save. And actually the load and save is here it is. Here's the one I saved. It's XML, so you can see how it's written, where it's written, where it's got the input from. And you can see those expressions, so you could actually edit it within there, but probably best to do your work inside the calculator. But that's how you edit save it. It saves it as an XML. Anyway, hope that's useful, and I'm sure I'll be doing more on raster in the future. Thank you.